Listen. This all sounds very different, doesn't it? No roar from a gas-guzzling diesel engine, just the clean whoosh of electrifying racing across deserts, beaches, and dirt. Listen, and you can hear what it means to the drivers.
Yes!
Listen to the teamwork.
Katie, well done. Love that, on the line.
Listen to the pressure.
The doors off the X44 machine.
It's a dive bomb. How can I not be on investigation?
Absolute carnage here.
Everyone just out of the way because I can't see anything.
The respect.
Leo Brock's going to get P3 on a debut.
First one under your belt, come on!
You're so fast.
The celebrations.
Like this!
This is the sound of the future of motorsport.
This is wild.
The sound of progress.
Prepare to be aggressive.
Hyperdrive now.
Hollywood, you ready? You're rolling? Okay.
Rounds 5 and 6 of Extreme E took place on the island of Sardinia, and the cameras were there to capture all the behind-the-scenes stories from the race weekend in Extreme E Unfiltered.
It's a bit toasty. I'll have to drive barefoot. Now, which side of the road do I drive on?
This is the same for you.
Yeah, but now I get confused. I've been here now, this is my third time coming back.
It's so kind of rugged and quite sort of harsh with all the rocks and shrubs, and then it goes to this amazing coast with this,
Yes,
I
the
think, a
drive
watercolor.
is so beautiful here. I think it's nice to come here with a good position in the championship.
I mean, I don't think I've ever felt more comfortable in the car.
Yeah, I think we keep chasing our perfect race and perfect driving. If we do that, I think we can be Extreme E champions by then. Race side.
We are here at the Island X-Prix, here in the paddock. What an incredible location for rounds 5 and 6. And we're also excited because you may have heard we have the return of a legend. We have Sebastian Loeb here with us, pairing up with Clara Anderson.
I'm happy to be back with a new team, with the Cupra team, a new teammate with Clara Anderson. So I'm looking forward to start the weekend. The track is nice here, the weather is good. Hello, hello, hello.
We have changed something in tire change. We have airbags, no jack, airbags which lifts up the car. And
I don't want to change the tires.
you have to. If someone's damaging, you have to.
No, but we don't damage.
And you pointed at
We
me.
don't.
Someone.
Then I'm happy.
We have another new addition to Extreme E this weekend, and it is the young 16-year-old, amazing off-road super talent, Leah Block.
Well, you know, we're changing things, and the important thing is that she feels the changes, and she's analyzing what we're saying, and she's listening carefully. That's super cool.
Good.
And she seems confident as well, so she's sending it.
Yeah.
I love it. We should be very clear about where we're going to start, because far left, you are squeezed to the left, so you have not many options. A bit further in the middle, you're going most likely straight. So at the moment, I would focus on 2, 3, and 4, if there's any choice for us.
Right now I think the middle one is the best. But as you say, like, it doesn't matter if we know what's the best if we aren't positioned there. Carnage. They don't want to make it easy for us, that's for sure. If you want to go faster, what? Can I have one, please? You knew where to find me. Oh my god. Can I have lemon cream, please? Can we have this at all the track walks, please? No. Thank you! Now I'm so happy.
Whose idea was it? Whose brilliant idea was it? Winner, winner. Thank you very much.
So if you're just joining us, practice is delayed due to stormy conditions. This is one that's unique to Extreme E, isn't it? The drivers from Carl Cox Motorsport and Acciona Science are basically stuck on Extreme E's floating paddock, the Santa Elena.
4 drivers are stuck there.
Yeah, they're stuck on the boat. They're stuck on the boat. Yeah, so 4 drivers, so Carl Cox and Adishona.
That's a new one. Holy shit. We are still not in the paddock, but we have been waiting for nearly 2 hours. We got a little wet.
A little bit.
A little bit. But we will make it. We will drive soon.
It's almost time for Q1, Heat 1 here in Sardinia. And luckily the winds since free practice have calmed down a little bit.
Believe.
We can do this, guys.
Yeah.
This is all we can.
15 seconds. 7 more. All right, car's on course.
Right, here we go then. First race of the weekend about to get underway. The doors off the X44 machine. That's going to see a fair amount of filth coming into that.
Some really heavy contact during the race there from Timo, so haven't seen anything on the review from the steward, so if that's how we're going to race, we can race like that. It's a dive bomb. How can that not be on the investigation?
Championship leaders for Veloce with the puncture. So that's Kevin trying to change wheel. Disaster for Veloce. Leo Brock's going to get P3 on her debut.
Yes, very good. Well done.
First one under your belt, come on. Hey, you did well. Awesome.
And that is the checkered flag. So win for Andretti out to keel it.
Good job, Kenny. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, well done, team. Well done to me for the start. Good start to the weekend.
You're so fast.
High five for the next one.
Logan Anderson, I think, will make the cut. I think.
Great. Yes, of course.
Of course. Now we need to get our head in the game and go flat out in the final.
Watch for the start lights change to green, and that will get us underway for round 5 of Extreme E. Christopherson into the side of the App Cupra. The RXR's going fully off-road, straight through the bushes on the outside of the track. Puncture for App Cupra. The rear left tyre is off the rim for Sebastian Loeb. Christopherson, looking after that off-track excursion, has come in P3.
That was a race. Yes. Good one.
Radio check, Michaela. We are 1.3 to Andretti.
Michaela Arlen-Kotlinski slides! Oh, Munnings! They've gone from potentially taking the win to lying on their side in the dirt. This is wild.
Keep close, Michaela. Car 99 might have a penalty. Keep going.
Arlen Kotlinski and Johan Christopherson with an incredible drive. A disaster at the start, and they come back to take the win in round 5.
Literally just sideways, literally no grip laterally, just washing out everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like that all 4-wheel when you're just complete passenger, like out of control.
That was something. I feel sorry for Andretti though with that roll, but yeah, that's how it is. Okay.
How can I go after this?
In all our locations we go to, we always bring in local artists and artisans. So we always try and get these special people from the local surrounding villages, nearest cities maybe, who can bring a bit of extra culture into the space. So here in Sardinia we've got Orlando, who's an amazing musician and musician artisan. He builds and creates his own instruments and then he plays them, and he's just an incredible example of the diverse artisans you get here in Sardinia.
Allora, io mi chiamo Orlando Magia e da quando avevo 12 anni io mi occupo di suonare e costruire gli strumenti popolari della Sardegna. Mi sono appassionato perché suonava mia mamma, mio nonno e mio fratello maggiore, e quindi non mi sono mai fermato da quando avevo 12 anni. Io oggi ne ho 64, quindi quanti sono? 52 anni di musica. E non solo esecuzione musicale, ma anche costruzione degli strumenti della tradizione sarda. Quando devo parlare di strumenti della Sardegna c'è questo che è sacro, è lo strumento principe della tradizione della Sardegna, è uno strumento unico al mondo. Queste si chiamano launeddas Praticamente è lo strumento che fino ai primi del Novecento in Sardegna doveva soddisfare un po' tutti i momenti della festa. E si costruiscono con delle semplici canne. Sono le canne palustri che si trovano nei fiumi della Sardegna.
It's really heartwarming to see our guests and drivers engage with those artisans in the Explorer Lounge. It just goes to show that it's not just about the racing here at Extreme E, it is about touching and engaging with the communities where we race.
In the middle of a grueling race week in sun-baked Sardinia, Carl Cox Motorsport driver Timo Scheider took a moment to reflect on the somewhat unconventional journey that has led him to where he is today.
My name is Timo Scheider. I'm racing for Carl Cox Motorsport in Extreme E. Well, my childhood was very basic. I came from the background of being a BMX rider when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. So I got a go-kart for Christmas '88. So that's how everything started. I started driving go-karts on parking lots just to have an impression of what this is. Got to race the first time. We had just no money to get new tires. Well, we actually took some of our other tires out of trash and just put them on just to drive the next session. Luckily, everything built up a little bit and I became German car champion. The attention I got back then was just enough to make the next step into single-seater car racing. Suddenly, there was a phone call coming from Benetton. They have set up a junior team. We are interested to have you as a professional driver in Formula 3. So, of course, the moment everything changed. Since then, I'm a full professional driver. Back in 2000, when the DTM era started, beside Formula 1, that was the way to go from my point of view. And then I signed the first full factory deal with the Opel back in 2000. And then, of course, Audi in 2006, becoming then pretty quickly the DTM champion. Repeating this and becoming a champion right after my first title was very, very special because I'm still the third person in the entire career of DTM who achieved like a back-to-back championship title. Well, I got involved with the Extreme E actually, it's like 3.5, 4 years ago when James Taylor called me. Basically, the question was, Timo, you have so many different backgrounds, circuit racing, off-roading, like World Rallycross. Would you mind to try to design our racetrack? And I was like, well, give it a try. It's a new challenge. I like challenges. And I remember so well the very first moment when I had done the first layout. There was like one steep uphill section into a super steep downhill section. Everyone said like, you can't do that. That's way too dangerous. Till the moment I said like, step out of the car, I'm doing it. So I reversed and I just went down this dune. And it was like the moment when Extreme E came into life. Right now everything changed a bit for me because I'm an official championship driver now for Carl Cox Motorsport. I met Carl for the very first time and he is such a nice person. I was so positive, overwhelmed of the energy he has and how much passion he has for racing. I didn't expect that at all, to be honest. But right now to be his driver feels just great. It's super difficult to get a clean way in motorsport. If you want to join, you have to pay a lot of money. And nowadays it's getting even more and more difficult. All my way in motorsport was kind of a challenge. I had the feeling just to give something back. I start new projects, like I've done my own car team just to support you young drivers because I like the challenge to give something back from all that I have got and with all the experience I have got to just pass it on to other people. Well, my future actually target should be like to be happy as long as I am on this planet. As long as I'm feeling the fire and the love for the sport, I always try to do it. Realistically, I have to say what I have achieved is very special and I'm so thankful for every opportunity I've got. You can fall, but you have to stand up one more time. I think that's my credo for my entire life. So let's see what the future brings.
A championship synonymous with adventure, this season Extreme E advertised a very special job: to live aboard the St. Helena full-time, documenting the ship's journey around the globe.
My name is Connie Fuello and I am the new St. Helena correspondent. The job was advertised as the best job in the world because it's so unique. I read the description and it was literally me, someone who liked social media, someone who cared about the environment, about gender equality, and someone who wanted to live on a ship. I had zero experience living on board, and I thought, what a great adventure. How could I not want to do this? So basically, what I had to do is move into the St. Helena, learn about the crew, what they do, and learn more about Extreme E and its message and how important sustainability is for them. And that's exactly why there's a ship carrying everything needed for a race. So all the cars, all the equipment, everything's here, loaded after every race, and then we transport it to the next location. Welcome to Life on Board the St. Helena.
We're going to do a tour of the ship, and I'm going to start here at the bridge.
I'm Simon, I'm the captain of the St. Helena, and welcome to the bridge. This is where we navigate the ship from. It's manned 24 hours a day up here, and as you can see, it's not quite as exciting as a rally car, but it's close enough.
As a correspondent on the St. Helena, I'm here to tell stories from a fan perspective. So anything that happens on board, you're going to see all the behind the scenes. I always wanted to live by the sea, and I never expected to live literally on a ship.
Welcome to my crib.
Every day when I wake up to the ocean, with every sunrise, with every sunset, I feel very fortunate to be here, to be living this life, to have the best job in the world. And it's only made me more passionate about the conservation of the oceans, because oceans really sustain our world. So I think it's very important that we understand them and we understand how we can really take care of them. During race week, what I do is basically run everywhere. I am always covered in dust, I am chasing a driver, or I'm with the scientists when the legacy projects come around. So wherever there's a story, there's a corner. No, you can't use that. Hi guys, welcome to another beautiful day in Scotland. Today we're going to talk about the unique challenges of climate change. As a feminist, I was obviously drawn to this job as well because of the gender equality perspective and point of view. I think it's very important that women are part of every conversation, every sport, everything. And Extreme E is great with that. Whenever there's races or activities, I'm always chatting with the drivers, and it's very inspiring to get to know their story and to see how they use this platform to inspire more women to become part of this world. Coming from South America, opportunities like this don't really come often. So I really hope that my role inspires other women and other girls to pursue their dreams, no matter how difficult they seem. You just need to be persistent, you need to be determined, and then one day you will accomplish your dreams.
After a win for RXR in round 5 shook up the standings at the top of the championship, the race on Sunday was crucial, and some of the teams had a lot to prove.
Round 6 here in Sardinia, and it is all to play for. We had a change in the standings yesterday. Veloce have lost their position at the top of the championship table. Rosberg, X-Racing and Axiona Science doing really well, so it's going to be really thrilling to see who comes out on top at the end of this weekend in Sardinia.
Veloce, shocker of a day yesterday. They missed the final. They must make it today in round 6.
Radio check.
Loud and clear, mate. Loud and clear.
Molly Taylor being passed by Leah Block. Has Taylor got a problem?
Trust the car and push. We need to close the gap.
Definitely a problem for the Veloce machine. It's all over the road. Surely there's an issue there.
Focus forward, focus forward. It's not over.
Oh, Pat bodywork coming off Scheider back up the inside. Kevin runs into the rear and absolute carnage here. Kevin Hansen, there is no way he can see through that. Well, that was a wild old ride, wasn't it, for the end of qualifying?
Everyone just out of the way because I can't see anything.
It's rookie to not know if we need to pause on the first lap or not. Okay. So I pushed over the 8, I did, and then it was f***ing carnage. Because I ran out of the wash and with the bonnet, everything came off. I've never seen a car come back so.
So as it stands, Veloce are going to miss out, but we're hearing they're appealing the result after Hummer dropped a flag at waypoint 6. It is all going on.
Trying to find Scott, but that's a serious fundamental. It's a clear, take the whole waypoint down. She could have easily backed out, but she didn't.
I don't think she could have backed out. If you're racing like that, can you back out?
That's her decision.
And that's not the way we want to race. We want to race within the flags because that's the hard rule. The flag should stay up always.
Okay, I mean, that's our decision. We looked at it. Our decision was that because of the racing that was going on, there was no way to avoid it.
Well, it's very frustrating. I think it's more brutal and hard on the drivers, because we were looking good, came into the weekend championship leaders, But this is, you know, this is motorsport, this is racing, you know.
Here we go then, grand final time from round 6 of Extreme E. Christopherson drops out, but this time it's Timmy Hansen who goes off-roading, and Christopherson comes from the back of the pack to the lead. How has he done that? Katie Munnings is just 7/10 of a second behind Amanda Sorensen. This could be the battle for the last podium place.
Keep that pressure, keep that pressure.
They've won both rounds in Sardinia. Another win for RXR. And Munnings has nicked it. Katie Munnings takes P3.
Yes! Katie, well done.
Love that, on the line. You're on the podium.
Yes.
Amazing, the start was crazy. And I could see 3 guys going into one, and I was like, this is our chance. And Johan just went flying through, like amazing, wow, insane, proper insane.
Like this!
With a gap in the racing before rounds 7 and 8 of the championship, some of the Extreme E drivers took the opportunity to visit the famous Goodwood Festival of Speed.
I mean, what an event. It is absolutely spectacular. And you see the passion through every single person's eyes here, and you realize that the car enthusiasm is strong. The car world is strong.
The festival is one of the biggest celebrations of motorsport in the world. Running since 1993, it saw a key moment in the story of Extreme E.
We've got a special history with Goodwood, having launched the car here. So now having the Neon McLaren Extreme E team at the heart of their 60th anniversary with Tanner and Emma showing off the car is fantastic.
It's so cool to be at Goodwood again this year. Great to have the Extreme E car on display. McLaren have a huge presence this year at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, celebrating 60 years since Bruce founded the company. So very special to be part of the celebrations. It's like, how on earth did I get here? Growing up riding horses in New Zealand, and here I am, part of the biggest name in motorsport. It's still gives me goosebumps. Last year I was here on my own, so it's really special this year to be here with Tanner, being up on the stage here at McLaren House.
And you're all wrapped up, so you're really enjoying the British summertime, Tanner. Yeah, I learned to use an umbrella earlier today.
I think it's a lot of people for a rainy day. It's unbelievable, really. This is my first time at Goodwood. It's mind-boggling. It's a very cool celebration of the automotive enthusiast and of motorsport. Last year, Andretti and Veloce came out and they actually drove on the hill climb. I think they should build jumps off in the grass and let us hit those things. But I think for a lot of the die-hard McLaren fans, they know that this goes on under the umbrella of McLaren, but they've never seen the size of it. It looks just like a little remote control car on television. So to see the size of the Odyssey 21 and to come here and get to poke at it and talk to the drivers, I think it's a cool thing.
So we're now 6 races into the season. We had a fantastic rounds 5 and 6 in Sardinia this month. The conditions were absolutely perfect for side-by-side racing. I think we had some of the most exciting racing we've seen so far. Obviously with Extreme E, we don't necessarily have fans at the events, so it's really important for us to come to places like Goodwood to be able to show off the car and the drivers to the general public. It's great to have so many of the Extreme E paddock here at Goodwood. From X44, we've got the 2 Stephanies, obviously on the engineering and team management side.
The most important thing for me here is talking to young people that are interested in my role. It's so important. Representation really matters, and that representation for me was Sir Lewis Hamilton. So I hope that I can be that representation for young people to come, but just helping them along their journeys is something that I'm really proud to be a part of.
Events like this, just generally, the Festival of Speed, but also meeting younger people like we did today. It just reminds you how privileged you are to be able to have people look up to you and hope to then achieve the same things that you have. So it's really important to remember that.
And it's awesome, of course, to have Matthias Ekström from Team Asiana Science here. Asiana Science now leading the championship, so to have Matthias as our championship leader representing us at Goodwood is great.
It's my first time here at Goodwood, and I have to say it's really impressive how many cool cars there are here, and also the location itself. And even though it's raining, it's full of fans, so I can see there's a lot of car lovers here. Our Extreme E season with Asiana Science is running really well. We had a good start to the season in Saudi with the first and the second. Then you can say Scotland wasn't brilliant, but we had decent pace. And now again, we had a good weekend in Sardinia. And yeah, being on the podium is the name of the game, even though we were very close to fight for the race win. But it wasn't meant to be this time, but we will try again next time. And so far, having done 6 races and 2 weekends, leading the championship is great, but we want to finish there as well. So there's a lot of hard work left and 2 more weekends to go.
Next time on Electric Odyssey, we look at the way in which Extreme E's gender split is changing the motorsport landscape.
One of the things that I love with Extreme E is the 50-50 split. That is also giving more women the platform to showcase their talents behind the wheel.
When I was young, I was usually the only girl. Of course, Extreme E helps on the quality, and it's something that I've been fighting during all my life.
It should be something that we don't have to talk about. It should be something that isn't a thing, and Extreme E is right at the leading edge of that.
Extreme E has done much more for females, I think, than they realised that it would when they started the championship.